We are less than 70 days away from the November election, and people in Maine and across the country are especially invested in the presidential race. Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Zach Blanchard.
And I'm Rob Caldwell in for Chris Costa. National voter trends show there has been a recent surge in the number of people registering to vote. Local leaders are trying to make sure Black Mainers, who represent 1.6% of the state's population, understand how important their vote is. And as News Center Maine's Raya Wooten reports, they're making some efforts to change that.
Some of those Mainers looking toward November's election attended a Harris Walls event at Monument Square in Portland Wednesday.
This is probably the most consequential election in my life.
As the presidential election gets closer, the pressure to secure the Black vote gets more intense.
Because in some states, the tie you flip a coin. In some states, one vote can make the difference in an election.
This election could easily go one way or the other, which motivates Ohio Congresswoman Joyce Beatty to visit Maine, showing support for House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross and other state leaders as they increase outreach to Black voters, making sure they and others are well informed.
But I would say to any Mainer from any geography or racial background that this election is important for you to do something.
Voters like Judith Castleberry mentioned that Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by gaps in socioeconomic, health, education, and public safety systems nationally. She says when a system is broken, everyone is at risk of falling through the cracks.
So as such a small percentage of the population here, the issues that affect Black people wind up affecting everybody. And oftentimes when there's a gap in services to Black people, eventually it impacts the whole society.
Castleberry encourages every Mainer to become as invested in the upcoming election as she is.
I think it's really important for Mainers to understand that our fates are linked. Our fates are intimately tied.
In Portland, Raya Wooten, News Center Maine.